I saw wind and like debris starting to swirl around, and I ran. I ran for my life. I literally thought I was about to meet my maker.
My house is gone. Our house is... I can't even talk.
The top 5 temperature anomalies for January 2023.
It's very cold this winter, and it's becoming colder.
The power from the bowels of the earth manifests itself on the surface unpredictably, leading to colossal destruction and destroying everything around. On January 28, 2023, a strong earthquake of 5.9 magnitude struck northwestern Iran. Infrastructure damage was recorded in 70 settlements, where 20 to 50% of all buildings were destroyed. Several casualties and more than 1,100 injured people have been reported, and the number continues to rise. It is noted that this was the third strong earthquake in Iran over the past 6 months. Less than 10 days have passed since the last seismic event. Many houses that were damaged in the previous earthquake collapsed this time. Local residents also said that the tremors were repeated up to 50 times. Subscribe to the channel to be aware of climate news from around the world.
My house is gone. Our house is... I can't even talk. My husband, by the way, my husband got stuck as well, so he had to get rescued because there was no access to get out. So once you're in this property, you can't get out.
Yeah, I had to jump out of the window.
Yes.
And get out of the neighbor's house.
Extreme and unprecedented rain has turned into a tragedy for the citizens of Auckland, New Zealand. At the end of January 2023, the city recorded the rainiest days in its history, causing massive flooding. Its scale is underscored by the casualties of at least 4 people and unprecedented flooding. January 27th was the city's rainiest day on record. About 240 millimeters of rain fell in a single day, the same amount as during the entire summer. A heavy current washed away cars, streams of water from the mountains washed away banks and hillsides, and because of that some houses are on the brink of the abyss. People had to leave their homes and dangerous areas because of what happened.
The police was here. He was stunned. He was just saying, I've never seen anything like this.
Housing now, it's not about safety for the children like before, back in the days.
The water's come up halfway over everything. The couch was floating, the fridge was floating, we've lost everything.
In my entire life that I've lived here, never seen the destruction. I've made sure that they were okay,
I saw wind and like debris starting to swirl around, and I ran for my life. I literally thought I was about to meet my maker.
At the end of January 2023, incessant storms again caused numerous tornadoes in the United States. 18 tornadoes were recorded in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana and Florida. Many buildings were damaged as a result of the rampant disasters. A state of emergency was declared in southeast Houston on January 24 for the first time ever due to a tornado that swept through the area with wind speeds of up to 135 miles per hour. Hundreds of thousands of residents were left without electricity in Texas and Louisiana.
When we came out, we just saw everything was in shambles. Trees are uprooted, roofs are gone, side of the buildings are gone. It's horrible everywhere right now. It's bad.
By the time I got to the door, it was black and I could see debris just flying everywhere.
It was the most scary thing, in my life, but thank to God that we are here, sound and alive.
We invite eyewitnesses of climate disasters, as well as anyone who has specific knowledge of such events, to be interviewed. Please contact us and share your story. For the whole world to know the truth, everyone's involvement is important.
Have you noticed how unpredictable the climate has become? In today's video, we will present the top 5 temperature anomalies for January 2023, which managed to confirm the alarming trend in climate change. Let's go in detail and in order. The year started off with a hot start, breaking hundreds of records across Europe. Several countries broke all national temperature records for January on the first day of the month, including the Czech Republic, the Netherlands, Belarus, Latvia, and Lithuania. Climatologist Maximiliana Herrera named the warm January weather the most extreme event ever seen in European climatology. Temperatures peaked at 18.9 degrees Celsius in the capital of Poland. In France, more than 100 weather stations updated the January metrics for the highest air temperatures in the history of meteorological observations. Even more alarming was how much the temperature jumped above normal. In cities that should be covered with snow at this time of the year, indicators were established that are usually observed in spring or summer. For example, in Bilbao, Spain, around 25 degrees Celsius has been recorded, which is more than 10 degrees above the seasonal average, which typically is around 14 degrees Celsius. A rather alarming trend is also observed in the temperature contrast. While in Spain, the temperature did not fall below plus 18 degrees even at night, in the European part of Russia, the air cooled down to minus 44. And in Siberia, quite extreme cold came. An air temperature of minus 62 degrees Celsius was recorded on January 15th at the Tangulakh weather station in Yakutia. This is a new historical low for this weather station. A few days later, a record heat wave swept through southeastern Europe again. In Bulgaria, the temperature record of almost 70 years ago has been broken. Severe frosts have also reached records in Asia. So, on January 22, 2023, in Heilongjiang province, China, the lowest ever temperature was recorded here, minus 53 degrees Celsius. In addition, in China, anomalous temperature contrasts were observed within the country, from severe frosts in the north to summer temperatures in the south. The winter of 2023 will also make meteorological history in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. In Kyrgyzstan, due to abnormal frosts, the coast of Lake Issyk-Kul was covered with ice. Issyk-Kul means hot lake in the Kyrgyz language. It did not freeze even in winter, but could not overcome the abnormally cold weather for the region when temperatures dropped to minus 19 degrees.
I see this for the first time. Simply incredible. The entire lake is frozen over. In the morning, the half of it was frozen. And now the entire lake is icy. Everything is frozen. Wow. Everything is frozen. You can't see the end of it. There is no end in sight. Over there, the south side, there is a little bit of water, and the rest is all frozen indeed. When was it last time that Issiqul was frozen?
In Pakistan, an atypical cold covered even the southern regions of the country, and the historical cold in Iran had led to the fact that more than 100,000 residents of the country faced the problem of heating their homes. In the northern states of India, freezing temperatures lasted several days in a row, which according to farmers had a very detrimental effect on crops. In Fatehpur, Rajasthan, the temperature of -4.5 degrees Celsius on January 17th was one of the lowest in the history of the city. The Indian Meteorological Department said that over the past decade, the number of days with cold waves in the country has increased by more than 1.5 times. What do the citizens of the country say about this winter?
It's very cold this winter, and it's becoming colder. Sometimes the cold gets worse, sometimes it abates.
It's extremely cold, and we are taking the help of tea. It's been colder than usual these past 2 days.
The most difficult situation due to severe cold has developed in Afghanistan. Temperatures are well below average for this time of year. Many sources reported extreme -28 degrees Celsius. Almost 160 people did not survive such cold weather, and the loss of more than 77,000 livestock poses additional risk to millions of people in dire need of food support. It was not so easy to collect information about all temperature anomalies in one video. But even the facts that were presented make it possible to realize how the climate crisis is exacerbating. And someone might say, well, that's good, it's getting warmer somewhere. But it's worth considering what that entails. What are the reasons for such changes? And in conclusion, we advise you to watch the climate report of scientists, which was presented at the forum Global Crisis: Our Survival is in Unity.